Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen. How are you doing today? I'm doing okay. It's supposed to be like 50-some degrees. I'm so excited. Although our yard will be a mud hole. Yeah. But that's what you get. You know who the country people are, or the people who live on country roads, because, well, in our state, some states pave their county roads. Ours does not. So yeah, you know who's who, and yeah, I drive a lot of sloppy roads, so mud bogging today. But anyway, we're doing a hot process soap today, and I was actually thinking about this. It's like, because some people, my hair's all whacked out. Some people do just hot process soap, and some people do just cold process soap. I mean, and there's the melt and pour, although I'm not saying that's not a craft. It's soap. It's awesome. But when people are like, oh, I don't use lye in my soap, but they're using melt and pour, well, yeah, you're not mixing it in there, but I'm sorry. Somebody else did, because it can't be true soap if it doesn't contain lye. And those melt and pour bases, I haven't looked at a bunch of them, but pretty sure they're still lye. Either that or it's totally synthetic detergents all the way. So, but it's a craft. They're awesome. But anyway, back to the hot process, cold process. I mean, once I got over the fear of actually making soap, I just hit it hard. I would do everything, I want to do everything, it's the Nemo, you can't Nemo. But some people are afraid to transition from hot process to cold, and from cold process to hot. And I find that kind of funny at this point now. It's funny, interesting, funny, okay? Because it's like, you've already got past the usage of lye, and working with it. So what's, unless they're afraid that, I don't know, to me, it's like baking a cake with a cake mix versus making a New York cheesecake. Maybe, like, some people are more afraid of that complicated steps, but they're both complicated. Either one is they're both complicated. I don't know what the big deal is. Not judging anybody, because I can do this now. I've gotten past this. Hi, Maggie Peggy. She's like, I'm not supposed to be in here, but you're too busy to chase me out. But to get past that process, they're both a process. They both have techniques. They both have little tips and tricks and all that stuff. So it's like, they both come out with soap. You've already gotten over the biggest hurdle, which was working with the lye solution itself, So, I mean, I guess I can make a box cake, and I can make a New York cheesecake from scratch. So maybe that's part of it too. There's following directions. Oh, this is a long one. Sorry. I might have to cut this short. But anyway, we're doing mountain spice today. Yes, we are. Love that. Can't give you a fragrance blend because it's it's my own blend. A lot of mixing. But anyway, we are on to the video. So 3 things. Dream big, be true to you, and you are worth it. Let's go check out that video. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to start this video a little early just to show you where I'm at. These are all my liquid oils, my beef tallow, and my coconut, and the little things floating. Why doesn't my furnace turn on every single time I start this? It's like it's got a homing device. Anyway, this stuff, the little pastilles down here, that is my beeswax. This recipe actually has a 2% beeswax in it. And there's a method called heat transfer method where you use your hot lye to break down the oils, heat them up faster. And I was really debating on doing it just because I can't really screw this up because I'm cooking it, right? It's not cold process, I'm cooking it. So I might do that. So I'm gonna go get my lye water ready so it's super hot, and then I'll come back, okay? Okay, so my lye water is 190 degrees. You see that, 190? And then my oils are roughly, you know, around 80 degrees. So we're gonna try this. I've never tried this method before. It looked, like I said, it looks really cuckoo. It looks really cool with cocoa butter. So you have the cocoa butter wafers running around there. The point of this is to have the hot lye water heat up the oils and melt them, okay? Sounds easy enough. I mean, I've looked into it, obviously. Wouldn't waste a whole batch of my mountain spice. But that's what we're gonna do, okay? Wish me luck. I think the biggest problem is going to be the beeswax. I didn't take that into account. I'm a soaping rebel on the edge. Come out eventually. Might be after saponification, right? Where's my... I want to see this. So we're at 114. And I do know that beeswax won't melt at that temperature. But I'm not too worried about it because I do know, I do add a little bit of beeswax, like a teaspoon per pound of oils, just to my regular batches, most of them, because it's supposed to help with soda ash, okay? And the ones I don't add it to, I do notice a big difference. However, I add it to my oils, and the instructions I actually found online, more specific instructions, was that to add it when you hit trace. And I'm thinking, you want me to add this beeswax, that's 160 degrees or 155, whatever, to my batter at trace, which is not going to be that hot if I'm doing cold process. So I've always added it before, and so that's why I'm not worried about this, because eventually it will melt. Some beeswax. But it looks like I'm at least emulsion. Looks pretty close. And like, I'm not comfortable doing this heat, is it heat transfer? I think that's what it's called, to like a cold process soap, because like, just in case it's not fully incorporated, you know what I mean? I'm cooking this, so I'm not really worried about it. It's a whole different process of soap. I see my beeswax still in there. But since looks like we're at a good, decent trace. This is my honey. It's mountain spice. You gotta have honey, pine resin. You know, that would be something I could add to this. That would be really interesting. Damn it, I wish I would have thought of it sooner. Well, pine resin. I gotta write that down. This is just my honey and my kaolin clay with some water, because you want to disperse the honey in water, because if it hits this as just its normal self, it turns bright orange. Ask me how I know that. It basically burns the honey is what it does. It is, you know, because of the crock pot and the heat, and it's like, why wouldn't you want to just transfer it correctly so it doesn't? And this, I think this turns yellow. I know I make it turn yellow at the end because I add turmeric to it. But in my crock pot, so this is my done one. That looks like it's off. I shut it off. No wonder it feels funky. I don't know when I shut it off. I didn't mean to shut it off. Maybe when I was moving it. So I had it on high for like 5 minutes to start melting my oils, because you know this is the one that burns everything. And then I turned it down to low. Yeah, still got some beeswax in there. Turned it to low. And now we are down. Yeah, it's cool. It must have been off for probably when I put my camera up there. But yeah. So yeah, this is only 113. This is like cold process stuff. Normally, yeah, you've seen me before. I like my oils hot, you know, hotter. So I add my lye at a hotter temp. I don't know why. That just works for me. That's not even what, I mean, some people are like, you know, get them to 100, you know, let it cool down. And I'm just like, why? I'm going to cook it, you know. Don't fall over. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I think, see how it's turning this yellow color? That's from the sugar. But it's not really sugar and honey. I don't understand that, but it's from the sugars and the honey. But that's okay, because it totally works with my unique design to this. Not. Okay, so I'm going to shut you off. We're going to come back in 5 to 15 minutes. 5 if there's any activity. 15, that's my normal stop time. So I'll see you in a bit. Oops. Okay, as promised, 15 minutes. This is all it's done. It looks like custard or dessert. So it's starting to cook, and it's probably because, you know, like I said, I shut my crock pot off. That didn't help things. So this is just still, you know, just a little bit past what I had before. This isn't even like, I'm wondering, maybe since we're starting slow, maybe you'll get to see all the stages of the, you know, what these people call the stages of hot process soap. Okay, back in 15. Okay, so it's another 15 minutes. And it's finally, yeah. This is applesauce stage. Yeah, and this soap usually goes through all the stages really, really nicely, but like I said, I wasn't sure about that. beeswax in here. You can kind of see the wax. I think it was on the side. So I'm at 197. We're doing good, right? I'm gonna mix this down. And I don't know why. And that's probably why it took me so long, because I don't normally shortchange it. I usually start at 50, you know, 150 with my oils at least. And then hot lye water and, you know, but see, it's applesauce. Looks like applesauce. Coming along. And I'm sure some of this beeswax was just sticking to the side. Yep. Okay. So, another 15 minutes. And we will be back. Or I'll be back. You'll be back. Okay, 15 minutes. Do you see how it's starting to get glossy? Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. It's starting to get glossy. I turned it down because I'm like at 211. But hot process soap, you know, it's got to get over 200. It's just with this crock pot, I never know what the hell's going on with it. No, I'm kidding. So, this is mashed potato stage when you add about 4 sticks of butter to it. I don't know. Yeah. It's a thing. My husband over butters everything. Mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, potatoes on the grill, anything he can add butter to. It's like, my gosh, get a cow, it'd be cheaper. Okay, but anyway, another 15, and we will be back to look at it. Okay, so I'm just going to bring you in for a close-up so you can see how beautiful this is. Okay, like see how it's just, but see the glossy, the stuff on the edges, that's all the, you know, they call it Vaseline stage. Look at this. Wow, just a big chunk of it. See? Which is why, you know, Vaseline, it makes sense, you know. Somebody was really creative with these terms. But, so I'm going to let it set, okay? I'm going to let it set for about 15 minutes while I prep my mold and make sure I have all my stuff. And then I'll bring you back. Okay, so we're back. I was mixing and then I realized I forgot to turn the camera on. Okay, so this is my mountain spice soap, and we add 2 things at the end here. One which is turmeric powder. It's gonna give it some nice pretty color, and my fragrance essential oil / fragrance oil blend. And I know turmeric is good for inflammation and all sorts of things, but in this soap product, like if you used it as a, you know, I've made it as a facial scrub in the shower. that works really. That's really nice. But you know, and even there, well, you can leave it on longer. I will mix that up better. I just want to get my oils in here. Actually, this sucker's probably pretty hot yet. It's 187. You know, I just want to get it a little cooler before I add my essential oils. Fragrance oils, as long as it's not too hot, you know, make sure you know the flash point so they don't blow up. It's a flash point. It's not an oh, sorry, I think I hit my camera. It's a flash point. It's not an evaporation point. You know, it's not like you add them at 250 degrees and you know, they're going to evaporate. That's not what a flash point is. Well, to my understanding, that's not what a flash point is. Flash point is when it's literally like fragrance oils will explode or catch fire, you know. I think beeswax actually has a flash point. I think it's like 200 something. I'm sorry. Am I knocking the camera? I'm so sorry. And you know, in this instance, you know, adding my super fat at the end wouldn't be a bad idea, right? Or adding less water in the start, but always make sure you have enough, you have more, just a little bit more water than lye. Okay, like some people do 1 part water, 1 part lye, which is really, to me, it's a scary thing, okay? 2 to 1 ratio is fine, you know, or even the 1.5, because you want to make sure that lye dissolves totally before proceeding to make your soap. Right? Okay, this is just I thought I'd be smart and blend my oils up in a bottle. It was this bottle, but I actually messed up and added just a little bit too much of something, and I hate wasting. Either that or that was a 1.75 ounce bottle, not a 2 ounce bottle, which it could have been. Oh, this smells good. Oh, it's heavenly. And pine resin in this. I'm gonna try that. Put pine resin in the soap. That would just give it an extra little kick. Not that the honey's gonna give it a kick. Yeah, I got snot. No, I'm kidding. Mixy. It's like, is this the super fat? No. It sometimes feels like it, but I don't think they count the essential oils or stuff like that as the super fat. Oh, I don't know why. Why not? Why not? Okay. Still very fluid, still looking good. Can you see my mold? Can you see me? I can move it over here. We're doing the wood mold today. And ploppy. Let me see where I'm at. I want to make sure I'm in that picture. Yeah, for somebody who said they weren't making soap for a while, I don't think it's been a week since I said I wasn't making any more soap. And I've made this one. I've made the popcorn. Oh, I made the lemongrass, yeah. Well, some, you know, there's some things that, sorry, need to be done, you know? It's like, I don't want to run out, and soap is, you know, takes forever to cure. Well, in my book, it takes forever to cure. It doesn't. I mean, you know, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Can you see the gel? I don't know if you can see it. It is that pretty. Oh, it's just so pretty. I'm still getting used to this crock pot. Because my other one, it's so little. And this is a bigger batch. Even when it's a single batch. This is a double batch for me. But even as the single batch soap, right? When I use my little crock pot, I have that down to an art. Like, boom, 15 minutes, boom, 15 minutes, boom, 15 minutes. And at that hour, it's just beautiful. So, yeah, this one had to cook a little longer because he had a late start, remember? He wasn't on. Which I'm sure it's when I pushed it back and tried to get it, you know, exactly where I wanted it to be. Oh, here goes my dog. No, Megs. No, Maggie, it's fine. It's just me. Yeah, it's just me. Yeah, I don't know how people, I mean, okay, now that minty mango fiasco, right? I can see where people could, you gotta work, you gotta plan to make it so the top is all pretty, right? I just want to see something. I'm actually doing this just because I want this hard stuff to incorporate. That's the only reason. Let's give it a little more to hang on to. Okay. So we'll probably be back with this. Depending, because I love these wood molds. They hold heat so well. Like, so we will probably be back tonight after bull practice. We have bull practice tonight. Or tomorrow morning. So I'll see you then. Okay, well, this is gonna be super short because I got 10 bull riding videos on my phone and my storage is telling me that it's wanting to cut off. So gotta get them uploaded or divvied out to Dalton and a couple other guys, and then I'll get them off my phone. But I am cutting my soap now. So yeah, the only thing about hot process, it's kind of craggly, it's kind of rough, you know, but it's still a delight in the shower. It's you can't tell. This stuff is super soft, right? Like, it hasn't even been 6 hours. No, it's gotta be longer than that. 9 hours maybe. Yeah, 9 hours. But it sets up nice. It was still kind of a little bit warm, but that was okay. And it's just, there's nothing fancy about it. It's just a really nice soap. And the white is just the part that, you know, kind of stuck to the side and cooked out. Yep, see? My phone was wigging out. But really nice. And there we go. That is Mountain Spice. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for stopping by. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.